There it is. Why do I have that? Okay. All right. Looks like we're live. Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a great Tuesday evening. It is Tuesday and it's almost midnight. I came on a few minutes early just to get situated. All the cats decided they wanted to show up on the bed all at once. I'm gonna wait till a few more people get in here before we get started. But this is what we're going to make. And if you're coming in, make sure you put a comment saying that you're here for the replay. I appreciate it. But this is what we're going to make tonight. Hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to come in here, hopefully. This is the beanie that we're going to make tonight. It's got texture. Hello, Miss Susan. I am doing good. My daughter's coming in from college on Thursday. I'm excited. Can't wait to see her. She's going to be home for a whole month. What are you up to? Are you going to be stitching with me tonight? Make sure I got my phone adjusted just right. Oh, there we go. And we're using 3 different stitches on this. And the way that I do mine, it's a continuous round. Let's see, where's the seam? The seam is on this side. And you can kind of see. You can see where the seam is here. Hello, hello. All right, we're going to start here in about, I'll give it about 5 more minutes. We'll get started. Just watching TV. Yeah, spend time with my daughter. Yes, it's going to be really nice. I don't want to say she's pretentious. Welcome, welcome. But she's very, what's the word? I feel like she's above me. Sometimes I have to ground her. I have to bring her down back to earth. Mother's boring. I don't know why she thinks mother's boring. Her friends think I'm cool. Oh, I made myself a decaf coffee. Oh, let me grab it. Ugh. Got my handy dandy crafter's mug. Isn't it the truth? Isn't that the truth for all of us? Somebody gave me this one year for Christmas. I'm trying a new coffee. It's Tim Hortons. Put it over here so I don't spill it. It's Tim Hortons. I got a decaf so that I wouldn't drink caffeine at night. We are going to make this cat beanie. And if you haven't seen these before, when you put it on, the top comes down and it makes like little cat ears at the top. This is a little bit more advanced than the standard cat beanie, because normally the cat beanie is you just work half double crochets or double crochets and then alternate colors if you're changing colors, or you just do it in one continuous color. But this actually has texture, and we're going to do 3 different stitches. We're going to do the half double crochet, the double crochet, and then the extended single crochet. Have you guys ever done the extended single crochet before? The stitch. Oh, I'm sorry, 4 stitches, because then we do front post, back post for the brim. And I think I put in the description all the supplies that you'll need. All right, and it is just now 12 o'clock. Give it a few more minutes so people come in. And what you'll need is if you're going to do it with one color, just one color. If not, bring your 2 colors that you want to do. I'm doing mine in Tennessee colors. And that orange is very hard to find. I had to go to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby, and the color it's called orange, and it's a Tennessee orange, which is what I try to do because hopefully I'll be able to sell this when I do my For Sale Friday live Saturday night. I mean Friday night, Saturday night. See, I've got my days all mixed up. I took a nap before I got on here tonight, and I'm still waking up actually. I got to talk to my daughter for a little bit. She hardly ever calls me, but she had a little dilemma how she's going to pack her suitcase for on the way home. But yeah, I do like this. I like this way better. I think the other patterns call for you just to make a long rectangle and then you stitch it together on the side and you stitch it together across the top. But I like doing it in the round better this way because this is what your seam's going to look like. And I think it looks a lot better. And then the top is the only thing you're going to stitch together. But, so what I'm using Crafter's Choice, Hobby Lobby, four weight worsted yarn. And I went ahead and caked it up. I can get almost 3 cakes out of each skein. They're pretty big. So I'm going to do it in the white, and here's the orange. So it's not your normal cat beanie. It's a little bit more advanced, but it's still simple and easy to do. And I've got a 5.0, where are you? 5.0 millimeter hook, which is an H hook. And I also have a measuring tape. You don't have to have a measuring tape, but I like having a measuring tape because when I'm doing this hat, it's 7 inches from the top to before I start my 7 inches from the top to where I start my brim. And that works perfect for me. Now you can go, if you wanted to, you could go probably about 3 or 4 more inches if you want to, if you wanted to turn it up and you didn't want to do the brim. And then that way you could just flip it up. But I like the brim. I don't know. It just looks nice that way. I like it better that way. All right. So, let's see. What time is it? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Excuse me. Move that pillow out of the way. We may have some cat visitors show up. We've already got one. There's Ellie. She's going to be an attention hog, and she's going to climb up in my lap here shortly, I'm sure. All right. So let's go ahead and get our white. Come here, you. And it's funny, I've got my cake stand already set up to do some more caking after I get off the live with you guys. I would do it on the live with you guys, but it squeaks. And for some reason, I can't clear my throat. I apologize for that. So my friend Becky and I did our For Sale Friday live. Those I do on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page. I should do it on Young Female Crafts Facebook page, but I don't think I've ever gone live on there. All right, so when you start out, when you're doing this particular beanie, and I'm going to go through the steps on here because there's people going to watch the replay and they're going to want to know if they want to learn how to do this, if they want to do this. This is actually going to be the pattern. Step-by-step tutorial during the live. So what I do is, so I don't have to cut a yarn and then hide 2 tails and all that, I do a really, really long tail because that's what we're going to use when we close up the top of the hat. And I think I hear Ramsey whining because he hears me talking. I guess I don't have to talk so loud because the microphone's like right here by my face. So I'm going to talk a little bit lower. You guys let me know if you can still hear me. Oh, it's giving me suggestions for a Q&A. Food that you never get tired of. Is there a food that you never get tired of? I'm trying to think. I don't think there is a food that I ever get tired of. If I eat it over and over again, I like a lot of Chinese, and I do have to take a break from that every now and then. So for the tail, I've never really measured it, but I do a really, really long tail. Because you're going to need a lot of yarn. So, let's see. If I had to measure it. Let's see. If I had to measure it, what would it be? Let me undo my measuring tape. I never even measured the tail, but you guys might want to know the measurement on it. I just eyeball it normally. So, let's see what we got. Oh, that's the wrong direction, Alicia. Oh, that was nice. That was funny. Well, let's see. Let's measure how long we're going to make the tail. We'll say about 20 inches. I'll make a 20-inch tail. What did I do with my needle? And then I'll do my slip knot. So about a 20-inch tail to make my slip knot. Oops. Nope. It says we lost Susan. Okay. Hello, hello. All right, and then the width across this is going to be about, going to be 10 inches across. And then, of course, she wants to play with, no, you can't play with my tape measure. But yes, if you guys come in on the replay, please excuse my gravelly voice. I had dairy today, and when I have dairy, I get all icky. I won't gross you with the details, but it does this to me every time, and I wish it didn't, but it does. All right, I want to keep this out about that length. And what are you doing, baby? Where'd my paper clip go? Did you see where it went? I lost it. We do not need a pokey paper clip in the bed with us because it is stretched out, and so it's got its little pieces. It's got its pieces all over the place. Oh, come here, you. All right, so I'm going to just leave that there so you guys will know what we're fixing to do. I'll flip it around that way. Well, hopefully I'll come across it so I can put that back together. I don't think I stuck it over there. I'm just going to get another sip of my coffee. I hope you guys have your favorite beverage with you when we get started. But yeah, I thought I'd try this Tim Hortons decaf. It's actually pretty good. All right. Where'd you go? Now, you guys know I have vision issues, so I'm having to try to do this to the best of my ability through my phone. Okay. All right. So about a 20-inch tail. That's what I've got. About a 20-inch tail. All right. And then we're going to do chains. We're going to do, let's see, how many did I say? Chains. We're going to do 65 chains. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. That was 10. All right, where's the hole? There it is. Come on, you. I'm doing this in real time. We won't be speeding up the camera, obviously, when we're doing the stitches. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20, oops, 26, yeah, got away from me. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, oops, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 30, oops, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, oops, come on now, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, oops, come on now, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 50, oops, 55, 55, 56, 57, 56, I had to pull that one out, 7, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, I'm sorry, 63, 63, yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Becky. Oh, hey, Becky. I just realized who that was. Hey, Becky. Yeah, I did a little Christmassy there. Little hollies. And it's funny because my vision, I'm just now seeing that there's little snowflakes on here. I didn't even realize there was little snowflakes on there. Is that got green in it? It looks like there's some kind of color there. Oops. Where'd you go? There you are. It's got some kind of color. Oh, is it blue? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I have to ask you guys my colors. But they look flush. They got on that. They did pretty good. They fit really well. So it looks like my natural bed. All right. We're going to stitch 63 so that when we come around, it's exactly the width of the hat. And like I said, we're going to do 4 different stitches with this to give it some texture and some color. All right, so now that you have, since we're working in the round, hello, Denise. How are you this evening? All right, so now you're going to take where your flat edges, where your little V's are, and then what I do is I just run my finger along because you want to find the end where it begins. I'm doing good. I'm getting ready for my daughter to come home for the holidays. She is coming in Thursday and she'll be home for a month. I'm so excited. So I did all the things with the Christmas shopping. I mean, so I could get all that done, and I've got her done. And tomorrow, I haven't set up my tree yet. I'm terrible, I know. Tomorrow I'm setting up my tree. I'm putting up all the things. I got some extra Christmas stuff. I got a topper for my tree because we haven't had a topper the past few years. So I went ahead and got a topper because Hobby Lobby has all their Christmas stuff on sale right now, 50% off. And let me tell you something. I went Monday and today, and they were packed. I could not believe how many people that were out there. It was crazy. Hello, welcome in. How are you? Please forgive me if I don't say people's names, because when I have to read this, it takes me a minute. Okay, yeah, I will take a snapshot and show you guys the tree when I do my video for the week. Thank you. Yes, I think they turned out really good. I have to be careful with these because they're so much longer than what I'm used to wearing. Um, they'll pop, they'll snap, and but these are holding up pretty good. I put them on 3 days ago, and then they've been holding up pretty good. I only had one come off, and I had to redo it. Oh, there's another one. I told you they would pop in one at a time. There's Boo Boo Kitty. Hey, darling. Yeah, she wants 11s. I'm gonna stop and do the 11s. This is. I told you guys we're doing this beanie hat in real time. Are any of you? Let me know if any of you are going to be doing this along with me. She likes the places she can't scratch. Now watch what happens when I stop. Yeah. Do I need to do it again? Do I need to love on you again? Yeah. Oh, that's Boo Boo Kitty. She my precious baby. Her and Midnight are my kitties, and then Ellie, which she's already, Passenger Princess is already beside me. Ellie and Copper are Matsons. I just realized, can you guys see? That's when she was little, when she was in daycare. They made this little tote bags with their picture laminated on them. And that's one of my projects that I'm working on. You're crocheting hats right now. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're going to do this hat. And it's got 4 different stitches in it, and it's a cat beanie. So that when you put it on, it gives you little cat ears up at the top. This seems to be popular right now. I've been doing them for years, but they're really popular this year for some reason. You're going to do a herringbone hat. That is similar to what this stitch is. It's like a herringbone. It is an extended single crochet, but that's what's going to be the texture on here. Becky, I looked up the spider stitch, and it's really funny because the spider stitch is what they're calling the spider stitch is actually a shorter version of what I do when I do my V-stitch, when I make my V-stitch tops. The only difference is it's instead of a double crochet, you use a single crochet and you put a chain in between. You're making hats with ponytail holder. Oh, okay. So you're doing the messy bun, what they call the messy bun hats. Do you use a hair elastic? That's what I do with mine. I start out at the top and I work around a hair elastic. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. That's how I do my that's how I do my bottle holders. I start at the bottom when I do the messy bun hats, or rather the ponytail holder hats. I start at the bottom and then I work my way up, and then I stitch around the elastic up at the top. I am so sorry, guys. Yes, I dairy every time. Okay. All right. So hopefully she won't interrupt me. Oh no, here she comes. Dang it. Kitty, I love you, but you're going to have to go. So you bottom to the top. Yeah, I haven't made one in a while, and I'm pretty sure that's how I used to do mine, with bottom to the top. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. All right. Okay, so again, I crochet, excuse me, I chained 63, and then I use the edge, follow the V's all the way down, make sure it's flat. She's pawing at me. She wants me to touch her again. All right, and then put your hook inside the beginning chain, and then you're going to slip stitch to the last chain you had on your hook. And we need to tighten that up because that wasn't supposed to be so loose. Nope. Kitty, you've got me pulling the wrong yarn. All right. Don't do what I just did. and grab your tail. Dang it, to connect them. You grab the regular yarn to connect them, not the tail. All right. No, honey. She's pawing at me with her nails. All right, let's do that again. Hello, welcome for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Midnight Makes. All right, let's go back into that last. So we're going to do a slip stitch, but we're not going to slip stitch with the tail. We're going to slip stitch with the regular yarn. Come here, you. All right, now we're working in the round. And this way your seam looks a lot better. Chain 2. This chain 2 stitch is never going to count for anything. It's going to be that's what's going to make it look like this. On the ends. This is why you're not going to use that chain 2. It's going to be like a filler, so there's no gaps when we do the continuous round. All right, now that we've done our slip stitch and a chain 2, make sure I've got the right one. This is kind of awkward on camera. I'm trying to, okay. Now what we're going to do is going to do half double crochets all the way around. And what I do is, come here, you. Dang it. Bear with me. I'm having to do this through my lens instead of normal. Move that tail. Like I said, that tail is going to be a 20-inch tail because that's what we're going to use to sew the hat together. It's very odd doing this in real time. Now, you want to make sure that you're working with your V's. And what you're going to do is you're going to do half double crochets in that top loop. I know a lot of people work in the back bump when they're doing their starter, but we're going to work on that top loop because we're going to sew with the bottom loop. So if you just do half double crochets all the way around. All right, this is going to be fun. Trying to do this without it in my face. Oh, she heard something. She took off. Ramsey's in his house. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. And as you know, I'm having to feel. But yes, you guys should come join us just to see the show. For Sale Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Facebook. And I believe I have the link in the description box. Now, instead of picking up the one, I picked up the 2 stitches right here. That's okay, as long as you've got it straight on the bottom, because nobody's going to see that when we stitch it together. But I try to get the top loop, that way I can feel to make sure I'm working in the V stitches. So when you make your messy bun hats or your ponytail hats, do you alternate colors or do you have a favorite stitch? What's everybody's favorite stitch that you like to work with? Or do you like your favorite stitch, the pattern that you like that your stitch makes? I'm really liking the look and the texture of the extended single crochet. Now remember, if you're coming in on the replay, make sure you leave a comment and let us know that you're watching on the replay. And if you guys ever watch this video in the future, I would recommend speeding it up, since we're doing this in real time. And let me know if you end up making this hat. I'm going to try to get it done in the 2 hours that we're going to be on here. And then if you guys are coming in and it's a late night for you and you get tired and you don't want to stay, you can always come back later to see the progress, and you can always take notes and make one yourself. I'm thinking the next one I'm going to do is probably going to be, I'm going to do the alternate colors of the orange and then the white. Instead of the white being predominant, I'm going to do one with an orange being predominant. Like I said, I'm trying to work with the Tennessee colors because people love their Tennessee balls around here. In this region, Southeast Tennessee, Tennessee balls. Which is really funny. You've got three different teams that a lot of people fight over around here. It's either going to be the Georgia Bulldogs, Tennessee Vols, or what's the other one? Auburn. I don't know what their mascot is, but it's beautiful. It's purple and orange. My friend Louie, he hasn't lived there, and that would be Louisiana. Let's see, Alabama. Alabama's another big one because we're right here in the area where it's really close to all the states in the Southeast Tennessee. And Alabama is crimson and black, which is a red. It's just a deeper red. All right. Come here, you. Oh, Florida Gators. Okay, so what is the Gators is what is orange and royal blue? Is that Gators? Auburn Tigers. Okay, Tigers, yes. I couldn't remember what the mascot was. Thank you. Hi. Orange and blue. I went and it's funny. Okay, so yesterday I went to the Hobby Lobby here in Cleveland. They had one orange. And right now they've got their yarn 30% off. And apparently she said that they can't keep anything in stock. And they didn't have any in the back. But I could do a rain check. And I could still get it at the sale price when it comes in. So I'm going to have to go back and do that. Probably tomorrow. But, so I went today. And I went to the Hobby Lobby in Chattanooga. And they didn't have any orange. I was like, dang it. But they did have my royal blue, and they did have, or rather a varsity blue. And they did have a brown that I was looking for. So at least I got that. Becky, are you stitching along with me? Is anybody stitching along with me? We're almost to the end. Put a yes in the comments if you're stitching along with me. Even if you're watching on the replay, let me know. Of course, now if you're watching on the replay, you can speed this up, which would make more sense. So how we started is, again, we did 63 chains. We smoothed out our chain and we did a slip stitch to connect it. And now we're doing half double crochets all the way around in the top of the chain stitch. Seminoles and some crimson ties. You are in Florida, correct? What are the Seminole colors? Did I skip one? I don't think I did. I can't tell. Oh, no, it's flush. Okay. I have to feel to make sure I don't do two in the same stitch. Oh, South Georgia. Oh, okay. I wasn't aware. That's right. I forgot. I'm sorry. My memory slips when it comes to sometimes talking to you guys. Well, it doesn't want to connect with me. There we go. Now, once I get this started, I'll be flowing a lot quicker. It's just I want to make sure that this part of it is absolutely perfect and smooth, and also it's hard for me to work through the camera. Normally I'm just whip through, which hopefully I'll get to that point, but stitching through the camera, my vision doesn't do very well. Guys, I got my hair cut. You will get to see that in a video this weekend. I got it cut to my shoulders. It needed it. She wanted to know if I wanted it layered. I went, nope, but because I've lost so much hair, if you layer it, it will look like I have none. I thought about going bald. I thought it would be fun to go bald, have it all shaved off, and then just let it grow back and see how much grows back and what it looks like. I want my wavy hair back. Yes, ma'am. I asked her, I said, are you going to be cutting off? I said, are you cutting off what, like 3 or 4 inches? She said, no, more like 7 or 8. And I'm like, oh, okay. It needed it. It was scraggly, and I'm an old lady, and I don't need old lady long hair. Split Georgia in 2 in sections. I'm near the center of southwest section. Okay. It does, Becky. Thank you. Yeah, you'll get to see it. Hopefully soon. We need to karaoke soon. I'm jonesing. Matson coming into town. She's going to get tired of me. She's spending the day with her friend Friday, but I'm doing my Friday live on my Facebook page. I say I'm going to do it from, let's see if this is, make sure this is still going to be straight. I say I'm going to do my live from 6 to 7, but sometimes I usually run over. Of course, my friend Becky and I did it from 6 to 8, and that actually was too long because we had some extra time. I think we did it calling it out. Okay, so just feel for it. Make sure it's straight. All right, we are almost to the end. And that's going to be a lot easier for me to work with once we get to the end. All right, so the next round is going to be double crochets. So right now we're doing the half double. So chain 3, smooth it out, connect it, slip stitch, and then half double crochet all the way around. Thank you, yes. All right, and there's one more right there where we slip stitched it. Now, to make it look like it's seamless on the hat, you're not going to work into that chain 2. You're going to work into the top of the first half double crochet that you did, and we're going to slip stitch into that. Oops. All right, let's see if I can find it. You're going to slip stitch. It's white. Oh, I didn't think about what white was going to be like on camera. All right, you're going to oops, that's not it, Alicia. That's the chain. There it is, right there. The top. Come here, you. I can't see it. There it is. I had to feel for it. All right, slip stitch in the top of that. Now, if you have like a little gape here, which we shouldn't have a gape there, but we do, it's okay because we're going to stitch it up with this when we get done. All right, make sure that it is straight and in the round, and it is. Yay! I'm going to make sure I'm not working with my tail, and then I'm working with my actual yarn. Okay, now we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to do a double crochet into the top of that same stitch. And that chain 2 is the magic of what's going to keep it flush. And then just do a double crochet in the top of each stitch all the way around. Are any of you doing this? Are any of you working along with me? Has everybody got plans for the holidays? Are you going out of town to visit family, or are you all staying in and having it at your house? What are your plans? And I will tell you mine. I have 2 sisters and a niece and my daughter, and that's the only family that I have that's related to me. I have a lot of friend family, but those are the only ones that I have that actually live in town with me that matter the most, other than my stepmom, but she's in Washington State. She's over near the Oregon, Portland area, right up above in Vancouver. And I have not seen her since we left January of 2002, which is really sad. But life gets in the way, and it's not a matter, it's a matter of finances. I haven't had the money to ever go visit her, which is really sad. And I wish I could, because she's got a lot of health issues. And she just, let's see, she turned 75. And so my mom's gone, my dad's gone, my stepdad's gone, but my stepmom is still alive. And I was very blessed to have 4 amazing parents. All right, I can do this by feel without having you guys have it in your face. You'd have shredded yarn if you tried. You got a cat on your shoulder and in front of you. They're both under 2 years. Oh, yes. Mine, I'm very fortunate. Of course, mine are seasoned. My youngest animal is, let's see, that would be Copper. He's kind of squirrely. He's only tried to play with my yarn a couple times. But I will tell you this, it's really funny. Apparently they don't mess with my yarn unless I'm stitching with cotton. If I'm stitching with cotton, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the smell of the cotton, because they don't mess with my wool. They mess with my cotton. And they'll chew it until it breaks in two. And then sometimes I'll be stitching along and not even realizing that's what they've done until I get to the very icky wet end where they've chewed it off. And then, of course, I'm like, ew. We don't want this in our project. We don't need kitty DNA in there. All right. Of course, you guys know I'm not really seeing what I'm doing. I'm doing it by feel. And I didn't realize that I don't see the white very well on camera. It's like working with the orange. I see pretty good. But it's like working with black. Oh, my gosh. I have the hardest time. I used to love working with black, and now I have the hardest time working with black, which is really funny because that's one of my favorite colors to work with. So the hat that we are making will fit an adult. Well, actually, yeah, it pretty much one size fits the most because it has stretch to it. So for us this year, like I said, I've got the 2 sisters and the niece. That's it. That's all I got. One of my sisters is married, but her husband doesn't participate in any family. In fact, when we go visit her, he doesn't even come out of the room. He hibernates. It's just the way it is. He's just always been that way. It's not that he doesn't like us. He just doesn't like to socialize. It's sad. It'd be great if we could all, do the family thing. He did the first few years when I had my husband, she had her husband. I think it was before they got married. He would come out. Because we always did a full on Thanksgiving over here, because we would have several friends over and their kids, and I always cooked the turkey. But anyway, so because of me being on disability now and barely making ends meet, and my daughter being off at college all the time, although she's, like I said, she's coming here for a month. Financially, we decided we're going to do no presents, but we are going to get together and play games and listen to Christmas music and chat and reminisce and have all kinds of snackies. But we talked about doing it over here. Last I heard, we were going to do it over here, so I don't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and set up my house and get it ready just in case. All right, if you're just now joining, this is what we're working on. We are working on a cat beanie with 4 different stitches in a continuous round so that it's seamless. And there's the front, there's the back. You won't be able to tell. The front and the back will look identical. All right, so to connect it, I always have to double check because I want to make sure I'm not going to put a stitch in there, because I have in the past done that and it's come out wonky. We don't want to do that. So what I do is I'll line it up and I'll see, okay, so this is the actual last stitch. This is the top of that last stitch. So I know this right here is not going to be another stitch. There's our chain 2. We're going to skip the chain 2 and we're going to slip stitch. Well, we're not actually not going to slip stitch. We're going to change colors. So we're going to go into the top. Just put our hook into the top, and this is where we're going to change colors. I am now going to add my orange. Let's find my center. Where are you? Maybe I can find it over here. There you are. All right. Put this down here. Little heartfelt gifts like favorite snacks or something mean more, and a handmade card or ornament that can be kept for decoration forever. I think I might do the handmade cards. Thank you. I think I will. I think I will do the handmade cards this year. I haven't done those in a while. And Lord knows I have all the supplies to do that. All right, so I'm going to leave about a 4-inch tail. Because I like to leave a long tail so that I can weave it back and forth so it'll never come undone. And then just pinch it. And of course, we've got our starter yarn here. We're in the top of that first double crochet. And then you're going to slip stitch through both. And then I'm going to go ahead and chain 1, and then in that I'm going to do the extended double crochet, the extended single crochet. So what you do is you wrap your yarn, you go into the same stitch where you did your slips, your chain 1, you grab your yarn, pull it through, and then pull it through again, so that you've got 2 on there, and that's where your single crochet comes in, and then go through it. I'm going to do that again. So you wrap it, you go into the next stitch. Oops, don't want to get the tail. Wrap it, pull it through, and then pull it through your wrap. And then do your single crochet. Wrap it, pull it through, and then do your single crochet. And that's the extended single crochet. Now that I've gotten a few stitches in there to lock it in, I'm going to tug a little bit on my orange, tug a little bit on my white, and then I'm going to cut off the white so that we don't get it tangled up. And I'm going to move that to side. put you over there. And put you right there. It's about memories and all the things. Even with little ones, it's the time and memories that means the most, the little moments. You know, absolutely, absolutely true. That's the way I remember specific gifts that my parents have given me, or they gave me over the years when I was younger, because it had a meaning behind it. Those are the best ones, the ones that have the meaning behind it. Those I remember the most, but it was like the laughter and the just I know what you're saying. The memories. It's great. You carry your yarn. All right. What did I do here? Where are you? I think I accidentally flipped it inside out. There we go. I think I actually flipped it. I have to be careful not to flip it. This way, it's not bulky and it has a lot of give on it. All right, again. So we're going to do 2 rows of the extended single crochet. That part right there can be fiddly. Carrying it through. Slip, slip, single. And that's what gives you the extended single crochet. Oops. You're going to pull it through, and then single. Wrap, pull it through, single. That's your extended single crochet, and it gives it a really nice bumpy effect. I don't say bumpy effect. It gives it a nice texture. It can be kind of fiddly, but if you'll see here, see it gives it. Can you see it? And what the heck is that in my hand? Oh, it's gone. Nope, there it is. Nope, it's still there. I worked with a Sharpie earlier. Nope. Funny. Anyway, it gives it, oh, there you go. You can see the texture now. It gives it like a little bobble, a little mini bobble for the extended single crochet. But I like that stitch. It's very nice. And I like the texture of it. Where are you? There you are. Now these rows will take me a little bit more time to work with. Thank you for coming in. Hi guys. We have 8 people listening in the chat. I appreciate it. Or watching in the room, rather. Doing the midnight makes. Right now we're working on the extended single crochet. We're going to do 2 rounds. We are doing a cat beanie. Oh, we lost one. And as you guys know, I have to do my lives this way so that I can participate in the chat, because I have to have my phone 2 inches away from my face in order to read it. And you guys do not want my eyeball in your face if I had it flipped the other way around. Oops. Now you know, if you see the 3, you've still got to do that slip stitch there. That's pretty much the extended crochet. You're going to do a slip stitch once you pull that through. Now for my daughter, I did get her a few gifts. When she came home the first time from college to visit for the weekend, she complained because she lost a Snoopy sock. And so it was funny because the whole weekend she just whined and whined about losing one of her Snoopy socks, and she was trying to figure out if someone would return it to her or if she would find it in their laundry room, because they all share a communal laundry room on each floor of her dorm. And so she just whined and whined about this sock. I know she was being silly about it. She wasn't really she was upset that she lost the sock. It was her favorite pair of Snoopy socks that she got from Hobby Lobby. Well, right now, most of Hobby Lobby socks are all holiday socks. So as a gag, I told my sisters, I said, why don't we go ahead and everybody get Matson a pair of Snoopy socks for Christmas? So what I did was, out of both Hobby Lobbies, they both had different Snoopy socks. So she's getting 4 pairs of different types of Snoopy socks from me. She's getting a pair of Snoopy pajamas that I found at Walmart for $5. It's a whole set. And she's getting a pair of Snoopy fuzzy pants. So she's getting all Snoopy stuff for Christmas from me. I think it's funny. And I am going to go ahead and get her some stocking stuffers. I think it's going to be funny. I think she's going to be upset because she's going to say it's overkill, but I don't care. I think it's going to be funny. And again, that's one of our memories. It's going to be a really great memory. It's something she will never forget. I think it's funny. Hello, welcome in. Welcome to my live. We are working on a cat beanie. A textured cat beanie. And right now I'm working on the extended single crochet. I think the most people I've ever had in my room, in the chat room, or not in the chat room, but in the lives, I think the most I've ever had at one time is maybe 12. But not everybody participates in the chat, which is fine because it's easier for me to keep up with. I hope so. I hope she will. I hope that's something that she's not going to forget. If you guys get a chance, I have a playlist called Santa's Helper. It's only 2 videos, but it's when she meets her elf on the shelf. And I think the first video is called Elf on the Shelf Freakout. She was like 7 or 8. I want to say she was 7. And it is hilarious. It's got 250,000 views on it. That's when Elf on the Shelf was really popular, but she was hilarious. So if you guys get a chance, go check it out. It's short. It's only about 10-15 minutes long. But I had a different kind of camera and I videotaped her the whole time. But my friend Becky, who's actually in the chat, still here with us, she got to watch it the other night. I put it on YouTube. I hadn't watched it in a while, and it's just like, that's another really good memory. So she'll have that forever. And that's something else about me doing these YouTube videos. She'll have me forever. No matter what happens to me, my daughter will have me forever because she can just go to my channel and watch me. She doesn't subscribe to my channel. She doesn't subscribe. She's not a follower on my Facebook page or my Instagram or my TikTok. And she doesn't, every now and then she'll come and watch something that I might post on here, but very rarely. But I am now immortalized. And that's how I look at it. I thought about that the other day. Oh, here's another one. This would be midnight. And yep. Oh, he's got to get in here. Now, you might be able to hear it. Oh, no, honey. Are you really going to do that? Yep, he sure is. He planted his ass right on top of my stuff. You can't be there. These people want to learn how to do this hat. Hey. Oh, look at him settling down. Y'all see that? Do you see this? It just... I wonder. Honey, you can't be here. You can't be here. You're going to have to move. You're going to have to move. Aw. I don't know. You guys can't hear him yet. He'll probably come up here. He's very, his purrs are so loud. Now, unlike Boo Boo Kitty, he doesn't come after my hands. He just rubs all over my hands when I'm here. He doesn't try to get my attention unless I'm in the bathroom. He sees me go into the bathroom. This little bad boy, if he's in the house, he is running and jumping, and he's right there on the cabinet right next to the commode where I'm sitting. And he'll take his little claws and he'll go to grip my hair while I'm sitting on the commode. And if I have it in a messy bun or if I have it clipped up, his little claws get caught. Or or he pulls my hairs out and messes it up. I have to be okay. Can I Oh, this is gonna be fun. Hey, I need to get my stuff. Oh, come here. God, dead weight. Come here. Oh, can I have it? Let me. Oh, now your feet are tangled in it. Dang it. I don't want your butt. Oh, no, no. Shh. Damn it. Ugh. His foot got caught in the yarn and he took it halfway across the bedroom. Where are we at? All right. Boo Boo. Ellie, that is not for you to chew on. Leave it alone. It's his bedtime. That's another reason why I do the midnight makes. It's his bedtime. He is in his house. Oh yeah, he gets on. I get on camera. He has to make an appearance every single time. All right, we're about to come to the end of the row. Oops. Yeah, I have to pay attention when I do these because that doesn't always. That's the fiddly part of this, is catching that slip stitch. Once you get the hang of it, though, it flows pretty simple, pretty easy. Pretty simple, pretty easy, yeah. All right. All right, those of you that are in the background, if you're not following me, please consider following me. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I make a video. All right, again, I want to make sure that I'm not... This is the last stitch. This is not the last stitch. So you follow the leg of this one, and there it is, because this is where we're going to slip stitch into the top of that first half of that first extended single crochet. So you're going to slip stitch here, ignoring that chain one that we did, and then that way you've got the seamless round. Chain one again, and then do in the same stitch you're going to do the extended. That's the first stitch is always the most fiddly. Oh, yep, see, there you go. So you do it in the same stitch that you did the chain one. All right. Dang it. Oh, Boo Boo Kitty's back. Copper's the only one that hasn't made an appearance. Yeah, once you get past that first stitch, it's pretty simple. So now we're going to do row number 4. And it's a repeat. So the repeat is going to be half double crochet, and then 2 rows of extended single crochet, and that's our repeat. So you're going to do that 4 times. So we just did this. You're going to do 1, 2, 3 more times for a total of 4, and it should measure out 7 inches from the top. Oh, come here, you. So have any of you guys started your holiday shopping? I went ahead and, like I said, I've always got all their Christmas stuff 50% off, and I think Michael's is having some kind of big sale like that as well. Of course, we don't have our Joann's anymore. I do miss our Joann's. And let me tell you something. I think it's pretty crappy. I'm glad Michael's bought the big twist if anybody wants the big twist. But is it just me, or have you guys noticed that Michael's, when they took over the big twist, they jacked up the price? Or did it just go up and I didn't even notice it while it was still at Joann's? Because when Big Twist first came out, I could get it. It's a nice, softer value yarn. They didn't have a bunch of the different types of Big Twist. They just had one. It's when they first came out. I was very fortunate to get when it was on sale, I could get it for like $1.65, I want to say. And I stocked up back then. I still have some of that. And then I would wait till they would have their sale whenever they'd have their 30 or 40% off, or buy one, get one free. They didn't have those very often because that may be why they went bankrupt, because that's, 50% off. But there's that texture. I love that texture. And you can feel it. It's raised. It feels like like I said, it feels like a bobble stitch. It's really nice. And then if you do this stitch in the round anyway, can you see how it's going at an angle? If you do the whole hat in that, it's really beautiful. I've done a couple like that where I've done just the half double crochets, the extended half double crochets all the way up, and it forms the stitch at an angle. It's really beautiful. I've done it to make gloves, and then I've done it on a beanie hat before. Ooh, y'all, I need coffee. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. Yay, thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm trying my new Tim Hortons decaf. But I don't know if that's going to matter because I took a really long nap. Hopefully. No, honey. Oh, she wants to play. That's her spot. She likes to come up here and see me over here. Hey, baby. Pretty girl. Pretty girl. So, oh, yeah, scratch my butt, Mommy. Scratch my butt. Oh, I like that. Yeah. I like the scratching of the butt. Well, it's her backside. Her tailbone. They like it when you scratch the spots they can't get. Same thing with dogs. They like it, any animal actually, they like it when you can scratch like the top of a cow or top of a horse in the back right here on their head. They love it. And if you ever pet a cow, same way, they'll do this too. They'll go into your hand. It's really cute. We have cows around my house. They're not mine. They're the landlord's cows. So I live on I guess you could just call it a farm. I don't. And they're pure white. Well, they're dirty, dingy white, but when they're little babies, they're pure white. But they get dirty over time. But they're called chocolas, I think is the name of the cow that they raise. Pretty girl. That's my baby. See my baby girl. Yes. Oh, they're the scratches. Now, again, watch what she does when I stop. She'll lick, or she pushes on me, and then or she'll bite. She'll just take a little nibble. Oh, says, Mama, are you gonna love on me? Oh, there goes the bite. Yep, chew the nail. No, just a little nibbles. All right, let's get back to it. We're gonna be here all night. It's really funny. You would think me coming on this late, I'd have more West Coasters coming in, but it seems like everybody that I talk to we got North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, of course, Tennessee, and New York. That seems to be my demographics. Sometimes I'll get a Texan every now and then. I want to say I got somebody from Michigan once. Oh, I got somebody from the UK one time come into my live. I got 9 people watching. If you would, in the chat, let us know where you're watching from. And what time is it there? Oh, I hear Copper. He makes this funny cry. Oh, yay. Got my thumbs up. Yay. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. He makes this very unusual cry when he's trying to find his mama, which is Boo Boo Kitty. And so she tries to hide from him. If he can't find her, he will cry. And it's a very distinctive cry. It's a very distinctive sound. And I have to talk to him to calm him down to get him to quit doing it. And usually he'll come into the room and he'll let me love on him for a little bit. He's skittish for some reason, but he's very lovable when he lets you love on him. And he's one of those, he's like Ramsey, he's the passenger princess. He's got to get on my shoulder, but he's huge and he's long. But he's one of the babies from her last litter. And the story is, you guys probably already know, where we gave him away. She decided she didn't want him because she wanted a girl. We thought he was a girl. He was a boy. She lied to me and made an excuse, and she had him for about a month. And he's skittish. He's been skittish ever since, and he was only with her for a month. But he's like midnight. Once you love on him, oh, he's all about it. But he's just the slightest sound, and he bolts. I can walk in the room and accidentally bump something with my knee or my leg, which is constant, and he bolts. Every little tiny sound, he bolts. I can clap my hands and he'll bolt. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Oh, is it people do? How do they do that? Is it like this? I do this. But I know there's supposed to be a way where you can, is it like this? No. There's a way you can do it with your hands. People do it differently. Oh, I know. They do it like this. Oh, screw it. I'm just going to do it like this. I've seen people do it different ways, but that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to surprise my daughter. We've got a Trader Joe's in Chattanooga. We finally got a Trader Joe's a few years back. So I went to Trader Joe's, and she likes this, what we call the seaweed snacks, but they're this little packages, like a snack pack of like seaweed type crackers. It's just dried seaweed with different flavorings. And one of them is a teriyaki, which they didn't have the last time I got them. And then they have one that with sea salt. And they are organic, and she loves them. I don't like the smell of fish. And of course it has that ocean smell, but what it is it's just the nori that's dried out that you would normally have, on your sushi. All fingernails together to make a heart is the way I think you're thinking. No, it's not. I'm trying to think. It's not like this. I know this is what you're talking about, but this isn't what I'm talking about. They do it differently with, like, oh, I know, it's like this. There it is. I just can't do it. But I've seen people do it this way when they do their lives. I just can't do it that way. But I've seen people do it this way. I can't, these fingers don't straighten out. Or maybe it's, oh, no, it's like this. But it has something to do with something like this. But I'm doing it like this because to me, that works better for me. But no, it's like this. Have you ever seen people do that? It's like, there it is. It's like this. I just can't, these fingers don't want to straighten out. So I can't do it. But that's what I've seen people do. But I'm going to do it like this. All right. We're to the end. Oh, he came up here and I didn't. He came over here, came right into my ear and was crying while I was talking to you guys. Oh, Copper. I can call him and he'll come. I don't want him to come. He came over here and sniffed me and then he took off. All right. There's the leg of the last stitch. There's my last stitch. We do not want to work in this because that is not a stitch. Here is our our chain 1, we skip that. We're going to go into the top of our first extended single crochet, and we're going to change colors. Drop that, get my white back. You like mine better? It's easier. All right. I wanted to keep this out so you guys could have a reference as to what we're making. We did the beginning of a top the last time I got on here, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so yeah, that's good enough. I'm going to grab our new color. We'll bring it through the top of that stitch and bring it slip stitch to the top of the orange. Seamless. You won't be able to see where we change colors. Go ahead and chain 2 and do your first stitch in the same. Chain 2 and do your half double in that same stitch. Oh boy. I can hear him in there. He's doing something he's not supposed to be doing. All right, where are you? I'm going to have to feel. There you are. I'm going to do a couple before I fasten off that color. Half doubles. All right, put that aside. And kind of pull that a little bit so it'll come together. And pull that a little bit so it'll come together. Now what I will do sometimes, and I'm probably going to do it with this one, is I'm going to double knot it back here. Or rather, I'm going to do a granny knot. So you'd go in the front, not too tight, and then go in the back. That's your granny knot or your box knot. And then that one I'll do tight. And then there we go, seamless. All right, so now we're going to do our repeat. A row of half double, a row of double, and then a row, 2 rows of extended singles. And these would be our UT colors. I'll be able to run through this one quicker than I did the last one because I've established my stitches. And like I said, you're going to do four repeat rows of all of this. You're going to do it to where you have 4 stripes. And you're going to end on the orange. Or end on whatever color you're doing. Now, like I said, you don't have to change colors. You can do this all one color if you want. With a variegated, that would be really pretty. If you do the long variegated. If you do the short variegated, you guys know what I'm talking about when I say long variegated and short variegated. Wild kittens running all over my room. Made a mess of their food dish. Had to clean it up. I do not miss those days, but I will tell you, since Copper is the squirrely one, if he is around Ramsey's food bowl, which Ramsey's food bowl is in the kitchen, and it's in a place now where they can't do that. But if he's getting in his squirrely mood, he does that. He'll knock over Ramsey's food, and then it's all over the kitchen. Luckily, Ramsey is such a tiny doggy that his little bowls are about this big around and about this deep. So luckily, it's not too much food that he knocks over. But now that the location that I have it at is underneath a stand, so he can't knock it over. So I don't have to worry about that. I do have to look out when he gets squirrely like that because he will knock their water bowl. They all share the same water bowl, and I just change it out every day. Clean it out and wash it, and then put down fresh water every day. That's why cats like to get in the sink and drink water, or dogs like to drink water out of the toilet bowl, because it's believe it or not, because it's fresh toilet bowl, and it's it's cold. They like the cold water for some reason. Now, the way that I'm doing this is I'm feeling where the stitch is with my middle finger. I'm feeling the back of the stitch. And that's how I'm able to find out where I'm at without having to look at it because of the vision issues. One of my TikTok, I have 2 TikTok, what do you call it, accounts. I have Young Quarry Mom, and then I think that's the one, I've got both of them down in my description box. I've got the Young Quarry Mom, and then I've got the Blind Stitcher. I have a second channel on here called the Blind Stitcher, but it's not me talking at all. It is strictly ASMR sounds. And I started that when I was doing my plarn, when I was making my plastic yarn out of my plastic bags. When I first started doing it, because it had a really nice crinkly sound. And some people like to listen to that. The crinkly sounds. This works, once you get started, this works up pretty quick. Okay. Do I need to do one more? Is that one more stitch? No, this is what I'm talking about. If I were to go in that, thinking that's a stitch, if I were to go in that stitch, it would mean that it would expand, and I'm making more stitches than I should. This actually is my last stitch. This is not a stitch. So now we're going to connect to the top of that first half double crochet, skipping that chain 2, and we're going to do a slip stitch if I can find it. There it is. And slip stitch. So I'm talking about that's not an actual stitch. Or is it? Wait, it sure is. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what you gotta be careful for. Actually, it ended up taking out too many. So when I come to the end to make sure that it's seamless and there's no gaps and I don't make extra stitches, I have to check myself at the very end. So yes, that is a stitch. That is my last stitch. This is where my chains are. All right, now we're going to slip stitch to the top of that first half double crochet. I'm going to slip stitch. I'm going to chain 2, and we're going to do a double crochet in that same stitch. And your chain stitch, since we're skipping it, that's what's going to keep our gap to make it look seamless. Oh gosh, Midnight's back. Lay down, honey. Right here. But you are not getting in my lap again on top of my work. There you go. Right there is just fine. All right, Boo Boo Kitty has settled down. Midnight has come over here. He's so pretty. I don't know where Ellie went off to. No, honey. I told you. No. That right here is fine. You can come right beside me. He likes to lay across my lap. He loves it. Him and Ellie both. And Ellie's Matson's cat. There you go, baby. Stay right there. You'll be fine. I had to give Miss Lovins. All right. We're on the double crochet round. So I went to Publix and they finally had their tofurkeys back in stock. I went to get one for Thanksgiving and they were gone because they go fast. Once they come in, they go fast. And they only bring them out at the holidays. So I finally grabbed and snatched one up. I'm so excited because then I'm going to make a nice big dinner for me and Matson. Now, when I get together with my sisters for our little Christmas gathering game night snackies, we're going to have a bunch of, we're either going to do taco salad, build your own taco salad, which we call haystacks, or we're going to have just a bunch of snacky foods and everybody just bring a bunch of snacky foods all together. Chips and dips and veggies and fruits and cookies and Just little finger foods, mini sandwiches. All right, if you're watching this on the replay, you might want to either speed this up or just fast forward it because we're just doing repeats. Unless you want to hear the conversations that we're having. That's up to you. Or you can, in the chat, let me know if you guys would like for me to do a tutorial on this. And then that way it won't be so long, because I've been in here for an hour and 20 minutes already. And like I said, we're doing this in real time. But if I do a tutorial, of course, it won't be in real time. It'll only be about a 20 or 30 minute video, if that. Had to get caught up. Name gets bombarded me when I opened a fresh bottle of water and paused the video. But the first of the bottled water into the little dish, and she didn't realize it. But yes, if you guys are interested in me doing an actual shorter version of this, so that you don't have to wait to the end to see how I'm going to finish it, let me know, and I will do a separate video. They have settled down. They hear the peaceful music going in the background, and they decided to settle down for the night. Ugh. Now, when I get done doing this one, I will be doing an alternate one. I'm going to do orange, predominantly orange, and then accent with the white. And I think I've actually already started that one. I've got it somewhere set aside. And I didn't want to go too far on it because I knew I was going to be doing this one here. And normally my hats are one of a kind, but I know that when I do my For Sale Friday, I'm going to have all these ready. I'll probably have about 4 or 5 new hats ready to go for my For Sale Friday on my Facebook page. Like I said, I did leave the links in the description box. Okay, so there we go. This stitch right here is the last stitch. Now we're going to change colors. So put your hook in the top of that double crochet, skipping the chain 2. Drop your white. Find your orange that the cat is laying on top of. Can I have it? Let me have it. Can I have it? Thank you. Maybe I should just leave them up here. All right, where are you? All right, so about good length. I used to not leave tails this long, but since I weave them so they lock in place, I like leaving a longer tail. It's a lot easier and it's safer. All right, again, we're working on trying to work a seamless round of hats. Slip stitch all the way through, drop the tail, chain 1, and then do your first extended single crochet in that same stitch. No, 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 no. I love you, but no. Right there. I guess he thought I was inviting him to come up here in my lap. This first stitch when you attach is, it's fiddly. Come on, get in there. Come here. Slip stitch. There we go. All right, then work a couple more. slip, slip, single, slip, slip, oops, slip, come on. Oh, good grief. Hello, Miss Loretta, how are you? What are you working on this evening? All right, now that I've got a few stitches in, we're going to snip and tie. All right, pull that a little bit, pull that a little bit. Find my scissors underneath my cat's butt. Thank you. And do a granny or a box knot. Oops. Come here, you. All right. Oh, he just got spooked. Do the front and in the back. All right, set that in the back. And now we're going to do 2 rows of the extended single crochet. I will have to do a tutorial on this because we're not going to get it finished in the allotted time unless I stay up all night. If I'm not explaining how to do this, I can whip one of these out usually in about 2 hours. But since I'm explaining and I'm having to do this through the lens of my phone, it's taking a little bit longer. Everything newly made, but I don't mind helping you out. Oh no, Becky, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm used to doing them by myself anyway. I was doing that before to kind of help you. I have 2 different phones, and usually what I'll do is I'll set my phone beside me that I'm reading from, and then I have my camera going at the same time. So, but I appreciate it. I mean, you're welcome to come if you would like. And you really don't need to have any new things if you want to. You can, that yarn split. I hate when the yarn splits. I have, you could still do a live yourself because maybe somebody will get on there that didn't see it before, and you can show your jewelry, and maybe you'll snag somebody else up that wants to get another one of your beanie sets. Or if you want to come and watch how I do my live show, that's fine. And then that way you maybe take some notes and get some pointers in on how I do my For Sale Fridays. And I only do it around Christmas time, which I need to do like an annual one, I guess. Maybe a summertime one too. I prefer to do a market. I love doing markets. But my For Sale Fridays are for Facebook, for people who don't come to the YouTube channel. And then what I did with this last one was I downloaded my For Sale Friday and I added it to my YouTube channel so that people from my YouTube channel could see the For Sale Friday. Because y'all know I'm trying to get my watch hours up on YouTube. So any watching or a watching of any playlist, and if you're curious about me, if you don't know me, if you'd like to get to know me, I do have a playlist called Get to Know Me. I have had my YouTube channel for right at about 12 years. And when I originally started, you guys know the backstory. Those of you that are familiar and been following me a while, I originally did it for cross stitch. And then I lost my vision. Exactly. There you go. There you go, Becky. There's some good advice. You can always do it again for people who haven't seen it. People getting some last minute gift ideas. And I think you would do great if you did it on your own anyway. It's a lot easier. But how I usually do it is I sit at my desk. I will lay everything out on my desk that I'm going to have for sale. And then as I'm showing it and describing it to see if people are interested in purchasing it, I throw it in my tote or my box or whatever it is that I got it out of. And I just go through that way. It's a lot easier. And I do pretty good. I didn't do it last year because I was still having my eye surgeries and had that new condition that popped up, yay, in my right eye. So we're working on that. So I have started intermittent fasting. I had done it once before and it worked. It gave me energy. It made me feel good. It cleaned out my system. So I've decided I'm going to pick it back up again. And I'm doing 16/8. And if you guys are familiar with intermittent fasting with 16/8, what it is you don't eat for 16 hours and you only eat for 8 hours. So 8 hours of eating, 16 hours of no eating, which if my window has been like 11 to 7. And true fasting, it's not a water fast. You can do a water fast. But true fasting is unsweet coffee, unsweet tea, and water. So when I first wake up in the morning, I usually will have a cup or two of coffee. And I've gotten to where I enjoy my coffee black now, because I was trying to get away from the added sugars and even though artificial sweeteners. Now get this, if you guys aren't familiar, even if you have an artificial sweetener, no calories, you may not be getting the calories, but your body doesn't know, because an artificial sweetener is man-made, or it is derived from a fruit, which again is processed, man-made. And what they do is your body doesn't know that. Your body thinks it's actual sugar, so it treats it. That's why sometimes if you're diabetic, you'll know your sugar will spike, even though you had a diet soda, or even though you had artificial sweetener in your tea or whatever you're drinking. You still get that spike, that insulin, or that not insulin, a glucose spike, because your body doesn't know that it's not sugar. It still sees it as a sweetener. But anyway, so I've gotten to where I'm drinking my coffee, and yes, it's decaf because it's so late. But yeah, Miss Becky, if you want to come on over, and I'd like to see you do a live. I think you should do one. I think you should get the word out. Let everybody know it's Christmas time. They can get those last minute gifts. All right, I'm at the end now. Again, this leg, that's my last stitch. I'm going to go to the top of my single crochet, skipping that chain 1, and I'm going to do my slip stitch. Come here, you. Maybe. There we go. A slip stitch. Again, seamless. Chain 1 and extended single crochet in the same stitch. Which, oh, I hate this part. Oh, it did it. Yay! That was a lot quicker than that. A lot easier than it has been. You So you had the Waffle House coffee, and that's why you're awake. Do they serve decaf there? Have you tried the new Waffle House? I think Jeff told me it wasn't open 24/7 yet. The new Waffle House that opened up on the bypass. Did any of the other workers migrate over to that one? Jeff said he doesn't like the one that's over there on the one that you like to go to on Paul Huff Parkway. He said he doesn't like that one because the 2 times he's been in there, they've been really rude. Oh, gotcha. Normally I don't have to watch when I'm doing my stitching rows, but this, when I do when I'm doing the, see like there, when I'm doing the extended single crochet, I have to keep an eye on it, because if you're not careful, you will end up doing a half double instead of an extended single, because you wrap and then you go in and you pull through. And if I'm not paying attention and I don't slip through that first stitch before I do the single, I'll end up doing a half double. So when I'm doing the extended single, I have to keep an eye on it. I say keep an eye on it. I have to feel. Hello, all you onlookers. Hope you guys are having a fabulous Tuesday evening. It's been chilly here lately. We're finally getting our winter. We didn't have our fall was weird. Well, you guys know if you're in Tennessee, our fall was weird. We had a week where it dropped down to like 20s and 30s. Then we had a week in the 70s. And then it dropped back down again. You never know. Yeah, it can be kind of fiddly. But I love the, see, like right there, I felt it. It did not go through. If I had wrapped it and pulled it through, that would have been a half double. So you have to slip that stitch. But this is called the extended single. You wrap it, put it in, wrap it, and then slip stitch, and then do your single. But I like the texture of it. And like I said, if you do just this stitch, it looks like your stitches are going at an angle and that you did that on purpose if you were to continue doing just this stitch. I love the way it looks. You're ready for more 70s? I like cool weather. I like the 50s and 60s. It's too early for this freezing crud we're getting here. It's cold. You know, and they're saying that it's going to be really bad this year. Or at least that's what all the weathermen are predicting, that it's going to be colder in places that are not used to getting really cold. I think I just see that's what I'm talking about. That one was a slip stitch. I mean, a half double. Not my extended. And you can tell, especially if you're doing this stitch as a pattern on whatever you're making, you can tell when you have messed up, because you won't get that cute little bump that the stitch makes. And it's really obvious if it's not an extended and it's a half double. It's very obvious that you did the wrong stitch when you're doing a pattern. But I like working with this yarn. It's not stiff like a red heart, and it's not too soft like a big twist. It's Hobby Lobby's Crafter's Choice. And normally it's a pound. It's a pound of yarn. I think they used to have the smaller skeins. I don't know if they still have the smaller skeins, but they have the big pound skeins, and it's usually on an end cap. And I know some people don't like to shop at Hobby Lobby and they have their issues, but you know what? When you're very limited on your yarn selection in a smaller town, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But right now they have their yarn 30% off, And so instead of paying $11.99 for a pound of yarn, I ended up getting it for like $8.36, I want to say. So I will not complain, because I can quadruple my money back. Or I can make many, many gifts. Because I end up getting 3 cakes out of one skein. I have made, this will be the 3rd hat, and I still have another cake of this and another cake. I want to say another cake of this. Yes. It's 31 right now, and it shouldn't be this cold yet. We had a very early freeze last month. It was weird. Well, yeah, you be in just southwest Georgia, did you say? Or was it southeast? I think it was south. I think you said southwest Georgia. Yeah, that is very unusual. Excuse me, very unusual for you guys. We had freezing temperatures. What, Becky? Was it about a week ago? Yeah, we had freezing. We had it in the 20s. Was it last week back here, or was it the week before? I know it was really, really cold. I was like, oh, dude. I had all the sweaters on. Oh, which reminds me. Oh, that's right. That's right. We did have snow. I forgot about that. I was out driving around when that happened. Yeah, we've already had a little bit of dusting of snow. It didn't stick, but not here anyway. Becky's in a little bit higher elevation up the road from me. Did it stick on your crown? Did your chickens go nuts? My cats. Okay, so y'all know I have 4 cats. 2 inside, 2 mostly inside. So when the 2 that like to venture outside, when it gets really, really cold like that, they'll go right to the door. They'll get on the carport steps and they'll go, hell no, and they bolt right back in. It's so funny. Sunday and Monday, it's supposed to be in the teens. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's great. I'm looking forward to that. You hear the enthusiasm in my voice. But I will say this, with me wearing my sweater all over town, I get compliments and people ask me, oh, that is so beautiful. They'll either say, did you make that yourself? And of course, I proudly say yes. And I tell them, oh, I've got an Etsy shop. I'd be happy to custom make it. Oh, how much do you sell them for? Well, I sell them at a low price of $85, and that's actually a bargain. That is a bargain, considering all the time you put into them. Chickens are hot-blooded. Their normal body temperature is about 107. Wow, really? So they like it cooler. It's summer. In summer, you've got to watch the temperatures. Do they molt? Do they molt in the summertime? We had chickens when I was younger. We raised them for eggs. But I don't remember what the protocol was. I just remember having to go in the early morning and then in the late evening to go feed them and collect the eggs. So we did that twice a day. All right. Am I at the end? Oh, things got fuzzy on me. Focus. Focus. There we go. Okay. I'm at the end. I'm ready to change colors. We skip skip the chain 1. I can't talk today. Go to the top of that extended single. Pick up our white yarn, which is over here. Leave about a 3 or 4 inch tail. pull it through, pull it through, chain 2. Oops, I just smacked y'all in the face. And half double crochet in the same stitch. And oops, come here you. And then I'm going to do a couple more half double crochets. This is our half double crochet row. Y'all know I'm going to get through this one really fast. All right. Tug a little bit on my white. Tug a little bit on my orange. And get my scissors and snap that off. You know, that coffee says it's, and then I'm going to do my box knot. That coffee said that it's decaf, but I'm feeling it. Although I have read that decaf is actually not fully decaffeinated. It's a process that they do to decaffeinate it. It's actually not good for you. But there is still some caffeine in it. That's why they can't call it caffeine free, because it still does have some caffeine in it. It just doesn't have a lot of caffeine in it. Main thing with the chickens, oops, it jumped up on me. Main things with the chickens in winter is frostbite on the wattles and combs. Okay, frostbite on the wattles and the combs if they're big. Mine are in a coop and out of the elements. I know you talk about you always have to go put them away. They molt twice a year. Spring to get rid of the winter feathers. Oh, it jumped on me. Spring to get rid of the winter feathers, and in the fall to get their winter feathers in. There's more down feathers to keep them warmer. Okay, cool. 3% of labeled decaf, but I never listen to labels. You know, it's funny because I've been finding out a lot more about, because you guys know I try to stay away from processed foods because that's what's killing us. So you have to get water processed decaf coffee, not chemical. You know, I'm thinking I like to grind my own beans. And of course you can't get decaffeinated beans. They don't exist. There's no such thing. But I think that's why they have a lot of mushroom coffee, because mushroom coffee doesn't have caffeine. I like to grind my own beans. I'm going to start going back to that. I've been lazy. I've been doing the pods. And I have some whole beans. And I think I'm going to go back to start grinding my own beans again. And even those are treated. I did not know that they make water processed decaf coffee. I may give that a try. I just wanted something I never have. I never have bought decaf, but this is the first time I've done it because I wanted something warm and I didn't want tea. I have some herbal tea in there I could have had, but I just like the flavor of the coffee. You have hypertension? Oh, that makes sense. Some of the doctors that I follow, some say, oh, coffee's good for you because of polyphenols. And some doctors say coffee's bad for you. And I think it all depends on what you put in it. And I like it black now. I used to not like that. I was one of those, it had to be creamy and sweet. And that was the only way I could drink my coffee. I loved it that way. And then just my taste buds changed when I started going whole food plant-based, when I started eating more naturally. And so I was like, I like the flavor of the coffee by itself. I never thought I would because I always thought it was nasty the way my stepdad did it. But He drank instant. We didn't have a pot of coffee when I was growing up. We had a huge jar of either Folgers or Maxwell House. Instant coffee on the counter, always. And a huge tub of, because my mom liked creamer, of the not non-dairy, but, well, yeah, I guess it would be well, it's funny. Creamer says non-dairy. Read the label. Contains milk. Is that not funny? Non-dairy. So if you're if you're lactose intolerant or you're trying to get away from dairy, yeah, your non-dairy creamers are not non-dairy. I don't know how they can get away with saying that, but at least they are honest and say it that it's on there in the back. Oh, quick, table salt. That's smart. It's funny because when you get away from, if you become SOS free, SOS free eating is where you eliminate salt, sugar, and oil. Your taste buds change, your body changes. It's amazing. It's really amazing. And I've gotten away from that. And I know how great it felt, but I got to get back into it. And I didn't think I could ever learn how to cook without oil, but it's actually not that hard. And you don't miss it over time. Yes, I am type 2 as well. I was diagnosed type 2 25 years ago, but I think I had it longer than that because that's when they discovered that I had neuropathy on the damage that had already been done. So they're guessing that I'd already had diabetes for at least 10 years prior to that because it had already started doing the damage. And you guys know, if you've been following my journey, that is why I have lost vision in my right eye and almost lost the vision completely in my left. Retinopathy caused by type 2 diabetes complications. You're going to Facebook a link where you can get decaf beans. Really? I wonder how they do that, because the beans are naturally caffeinated when they're grown. So I wonder how they decaf it. I'm going to have to Google that one. All right, one more. And now we're switching to the double crochet. Again, skip the chain 2, go into the top of that first half double crochet, do a slip stitch, chain 2, and do a double crochet into the same stitch. Again, it's a 4-row repeat. Summer, I was going to ask you, did you get a notification this time that I was going to be on? I posted it last night. Actually, I was going to get on last night, and then I got really, really tired, and I thought, no, let's go ahead and make it for Tuesday night. I'll just take a really long nap. But yeah, it hit me last night. I went to bed at like 11 last night, and I don't do that. Can you guys hear my mood music in the background? But yeah, so here I am, type 2 diabetes. I have neuropathy already, which, those of you who don't know what neuropathy is, it's damage to the nerves in your hands and your feet. It's very uncomfortable. It can be painful at times. I got to where I couldn't open a jar. I mean, obviously I can work fine. I couldn't stitch. I couldn't do anything. My hands hurt so bad from having diabetes for many years and not knowing it, the damage. So, okay, so you have that. You can get neuropathy. You can have heart disease. That's the number 1 killer for diabetics. You can lose a limb from the neuropathy, where diabetics, of course, heal slower. So like when I was talking to somebody about this the other day, my friend Becky, actually, who was in the chat. Okay, good. when I take my tongue ring out, you guys know I have a tongue ring. So when I take my tongue ring out, most people can't have theirs out for more than 2 or 3 days because it grows up, because your mouth is actually the fastest healing part of your body. Fun fact. But I can leave mine out for a couple weeks at a time and it does not grow back. Diabetics heal slower. Because diabetics heal slower, if you stub your toe and you get a wound, if you do not treat it and are not careful with it, you can end up developing gangrene and lose your legs. My ex-husband's uncle didn't pay attention and take care of himself or watch, for as far as him being a diabetic. That's what happened to him. He got gangrene, he ended up losing a toe, ended up in the hospital, and ended up losing the part of his leg below his knee. They ended up amputating his complete leg, and in over a couple of months, this is all, within a year, all this happened to him, and he ended up dying because it got into his blood system. They didn't catch it. They didn't get it up far enough. It just was so rapid that it killed him. Excuse me. So, got to be careful with that. So, also, your kidney failure, diabetics. That's another thing that kills diabetics. Is kidney disease. And then retinopathy, where you can lose your eyesight. Now, I was trying to take care of myself and wasn't even thinking about the eye situation. Well, guess what grabbed me, guys? It got my eyes. So I've got a wonderful eye doctor. Again, those of you who are following me on my journey, because of this whole big, beautiful bill that they passed, and they did not renew the funding for Obamacare, or the Affordable Care Act. They didn't renew the funding for it, so all insurance premiums went up. And so I'm having issues with that. I got kicked off of my Medicaid because my daughter is 18 now, so I no longer qualify for Medicaid. So I do not qualify for Medicare until February of 27. You have to be on disability for 2 years before you qualify for Medicare, or that's the rules now. So I have to wait. So anyway, my eye doctor, luckily, he's amazing. He is pretty much taking me on pro bono. He's going to take care of me until my Medicare comes in. He said that I am his youngest patient. He normally sees people in their late 60s and up, but I'm the youngest person that he's ever had in there. So I've ended up having 5 surgeries on my eyes so far. I had 2 on my left and 3 on my right. And I still can't see out of my right. If you go back and look, I have a short where I was really excited because I could actually see out of my right eye for about a month. And then I developed this new rare condition that he'd never heard of before, that he had to consult 2 of his colleagues in order to figure out how to treat it so they would not end up taking my eye out of my face. I had to confirm that. I'm like, he said, so we don't have to take your eye. I'm like, wait a minute, take it, like physically take my eye out of my face? He said, yes. And I'm like, wow. He said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I've always been straight with you. And I said, yeah, you have. I appreciate that. All right. This is the last stitch. There's the leg that it goes to. We're going to go into the top of that double crochet and we're going to change colors. Find you. Where are you? Da-da. Where are you, color? There we are. Just trying to find my orange. There we go. All right. I'm going to slip you through, and chain 1 and extended single crochet in that same stitch. Excuse me. There we go. Oh, that got a little bit easier than it was before. All right, let me do a couple more. You don't want to work with me, do you? Come on now. Let's want to split. Dang it. Well, let me go ahead and tug and get the white. Tug and snip. And then we're going to do the box. The box knot. The front and the back. Now, if you don't want to hide your tails, you could leave it like that, cut it really close, and then get you one of these. It's a thread burner. Let's see if it's, yeah, it's on. It's got little lights that light up when you push it. Can you see the lights? I don't know if y'all can see the lights or not. Yeah, there it is. Means I need to charge it. It's down to 2, but this is what it looks like up here. And then you just burn it. I'm working with acrylic yarn. Acrylic is plastic. And then you just, you do that, and then you just touch it on there. And then that will melt it, literally, into place. And it keeps it from coming undone. That's another thing that you can do. I'm trying to remember, where did I get this off? I got this. It's called a thread burner. I got it at the TikTok shop. Oh, and you can light candles with it. It's a candle lighter too. Okay, for the string that you work with. Yeah, I like this one. And then it's USB chargeable or USB-C. It's the universal charger. You can charge it. And I charged this, I want to say like 2 months ago. But I like that it has the light indicator so you know when to charge it again. But no, I'm sorry. It's to light candles. I got this off the TikTok shop. And I think Amazon has them as well. I've got 2 of them. The other one I have is different. The other thread burner I had is actually a thread burner. They say this is to light candles, but I use it for the same thing. The other one I have has a wire that comes up, and you just touch the wire to whatever you're working on, and then that's what'll burn it. You have to hold the button down. You have to like click it 5 times and hold the button down to burn. And I really like that one. Bracelets and earrings. But yeah, so that comes in handy. But I mean, if you don't like weaving in ends, that's an alternative of what you could do. Now it will burn on the cotton, but it will not fuse with cotton. It's got to be a plastic base yarn that you're working with, such as acrylic or so what's another one? Polyamide, I think, is another one that'll fuse. I'm not sure if wool will fuse or not. Probably not, because it's a natural fiber. But I do know anything with plastic base will fuse. All right, where are we at? All right, let's see if I can get this to go through since it's being stubborn. Oh, there we go. Okay, it did it. I was splitting it for a second there. Oh, we got one back. She's on this side now. That's Ramsey's blanket up there. He likes to, I have to pull it out this way so he can bury himself underneath it. Oh, that wasn't an invitation. Are you trying to get me to pet you? Are you trying to get me to pet you? Oh. You need some of that magic. I think I only paid, I want to say it was like $6.99 free shipping. I want to say it's what I paid for that. I know they've got them on Amazon, but I got mine off the TikTok shop. They were having a sale. They were regularly like $12.99. And you may be able to get them in the hobby stores. Oh, do little kisses. She give me little kisses. Are you trying to get me to pet you some more? Yeah. Are you going to bite me if I don't? Oh, she heard the baby. I call him the baby. It's her baby. Copper. He's like he's twice her size, and he harasses her. Oh, there he is. That's Copper, guys. So now you guys have seen, if you've been in here from the beginning, you've seen all of them. There's Copper. He's skittish, but he's lovable. But he likes to harass her. What is that you're playing with? What is that? Can you guys see what that is? I can't see what that is. Well, whatever it is, he's playing with it. I bet it's a tissue. Could you guys see what that was? Oh, they got it. I don't know what it was. Excuse me. I apologize for that. I'm not normally this mucusy, but I'm telling you, I did a no-no and I had cheese on a pizza. And it does it to me every time. Okay, cool. Well, there you go, Becky. I can't think the convenience stores actually sell them, don't they? The next time you go to Paul's convenience store, whichever one you go to, check and see if they've got the arc lighters. I like the fact that they're rechargeable. You know, at least with the butane lighters, you've got to refill it, and then it can be stinky, and it's a mess, and big flame. Oh, did it go? Yes. Yeah, I want to say I've seen them at Dollar General now that I'm thinking about it. Oops, come here you go. Ooh, have you guys seen the latest on the Dollar General? You've got to be careful with the pricing. Check your receipts whenever you check out at Dollar General. Yeah, they're fairly new. I want to say they came out about a year or so ago. But yeah, y'all be careful with the Dollar General. The biggest thing that they've got going on, there's been lawsuits actually against them because of it. What it is they checked several of the, I don't know if ours do it. I haven't checked ours, but it says one price on the shelf and it rings up a totally different price. Somebody had tried that with the kitty litter and it said $6.99 on the ticket on the shelf, and when they rang it rang up as $10.99. So be careful if you go to a Dollar General. Check your receipt. Make sure, because yeah, there's big lawsuits against them right now for price. It's illegal. It's price gouging. I can't remember what it's called actually. He's so funny. Oh, I haven't seen what he's been doing. What's he been doing? So you've noticed it too. Yeah, that's pretty crappy. Apparently, yeah, there's I've heard all kinds of lawsuits out there because of it. And it's not just, a couple. I don't know if it's all of them, but I know it's several of them. I saw it on a newscast this morning. I think it was like CBS, I think is what I saw it on. Yeah, most stores they'll give you the price that whatever the sticker says, because they're getting lazy and they're not changing their sticker prices, or they're price gouging. Actually, that's not what it's called. I can't remember what they said it's called, but it's illegal either way. Okay, so it happened to you. Okay. Psh, I'd say give me a refund. I'll give the damn thing back. Oh, it's the liquor store. Okay. I don't go very often, but yeah, I've been trying to let everybody know, hey, if you go, because there are some people I know that will go there religiously at least once or twice a week. Yeah, watch it. Watch yourself. You think you're getting a bargain and you're not. But then again, you got to watch. Sometimes they have those penny sales and they don't advertise it. And if you can get them, the penny sales, before they take them off the shelf, they have to sell it to you for the price it rings up at. False advertising. Yep. No, there's actually a name for some kind of deception. I can't remember what the legal term is about it, but yeah. But yeah, in most stores, if I know that if I go to a grocery store and say, hey, this, what did that ring up as? Because it didn't, it doesn't look right or something on the screen. I watch. I try to, well, I can't really see it now, but I used to watch. But I'll take a look at my receipt when I get in the car, and I will go back in the store and say, hey, you sold this to me for this, and your ticket price said this. And I've never had an issue with the store not giving me the difference back. And then they'll go and change their sign because they forgot. Oh, there you go, Becky. There's some good information for you if you're interested in getting one. Because I know you do. I know you will shop on Amazon. But that's their excuse. I didn't purchase them. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I wouldn't know. It's crazy. But there was one time I went to Publix, and they had their, I want to say it was one of their name brand mayonnaises on sale. Well, I drink. Oh, gross. I eat. If I have, when I cook with mayonnaise, or if I eat mayonnaise on a sandwich or whatever, I use the vegan mayonnaise. Because I don't want to eat the egg whites, because mayonnaise has egg whites in it. So I got it says vegan on it. Well, apparently it wasn't part of the sale that they had going on. It was like $3 off, something like that, because mayonnaise has gotten ridiculous, if you guys haven't noticed. I got it. They had a sale. It was $3 off. When I got out of the car, I was like, why does this ring up so high? So they told me that was actually not one of the ones that they had on sale. So, but it was the brand, it was the size, it was everything, and it didn't distinguish not including. So they gave me the price difference, which was nice. All right, so finish that row. That is the leg. We're going to go into the top of that first slip stitch, or not slip stitch, top of that first extended single. Chain one, extended single into the same stitch. Hey, look, it went. Okay. And then do another row of your extended single. Oh, their eggs is what you had the problem with? Yeah, that's pretty crappy. Yeah, the one particular one that I saw, it was somebody had done a short on it too on YouTube for the kitty litter. They were used to paying a specific price every time they went in there because it was a good price. It was a name brand. But yeah. Yeah, they should at least, I mean, if you're going to call it to their attention, they should at least give you the price difference if you've already purchased it, I believe. I've never had trouble with a store before, but then again, I haven't paid attention to that before. Now I'm going to pay attention to it. That makes sense. That's why mayonnaise has gone up so ridiculous. But the vegan mayonnaise is the same price. which, like I said, I don't mind paying for it but I only get it when it's on sale. Publix is good. Publix is pricey, but Publix is good on their buy one, get one frees. You really can rake up the savings that way. So they include it in there now. I want to say it was Hellman's. Because I don't like the follow your heart. But yeah, even though it doesn't have eggs, it's still the same price as the regular mayo. I guess they have to do it that way. And usually when you get something that's vegan, which means it's just animal free. It's dairy free, it's egg free, it's animal free. That's all that is as far as food goes. It seems to be pricier. But I like that they've included it in their sales now because it's getting to be more worldwide. It's funny that you should say that, Denise. I actually went to my Aldi's today and I filled up, I want to say I almost filled up my buggy, and I think my total was $50. That's where I get all my produce. That's where I stock up every week on my produce as I go to Aldi's, because I can get a ton of food for like $25. Aldi's, actually, when we got in Aldi's here, we have two in our town now, one on either end, one on the south end and one on the north end. And the north end is the one that first opened up, and that's the one that I like to go to. What drew my attention, this was back when I did eat all the animal products. What drew my attention to pull me into Aldi's was back then, you could get eggs for 49 cents a dozen. I don't know how they were, because everybody else was like anywhere from $1.50 to almost $2 a dozen. And Aldi's had theirs for 49 cents. And I think they ended up going up to, even at 89 cents. It was still like $1 cheaper than everybody else, but it's still cheaper than anybody else. $2.36 for eggs. I haven't bought eggs. I bought eggs for the cats and the dog. I want to say a couple of years ago. Before the whole incident with them having to eliminate all the chickens because of the disease that they had, which is why the eggs went up. It's funny. Trump blamed it on Biden. It had nothing to do with Biden. It had nothing to do with Biden. The egg prices going up. The egg prices went up because they had to destroy all those chickens. So there was less eggs. And the farmers had to make their money somehow, because they had to destroy their livestock crop. That's what it is. It's a crop. Dang. Still, I want to say, because I take, there's somebody, y'all know, I take my ex-husband, he doesn't have a car, so I take him shopping for his groceries. He'll get eggs at Walmart. $6 for small eggs. That's crazy. That's why Becky has her chicken. She gets her own eggs. Becky, do you sell your eggs when you have too many? That's what my friend Renee does. She lives near Nashville. Oh, I just heard a thud. I hope it's a cat jumping and not knocking stuff over. Oh, you guys are true night owls. You've stuck with me this whole time. I've been on for almost 2.5 hours. Canceled my Amazon subscription, and I've got till the 12th to catch up on all my shows that I had started. Trying to save a little bit of money here. Rearrange things. I did take advantage of the Black Friday sales that were going on. The city, we can't have live chickens where I live. Wouldn't that be nice though? That's one thing, like I said, growing up, and I I'll go back to the Friday sales, but I'll tell you real quick. When I was growing up and we had our little mini farm, we had chickens for eggs. We had goats for milk and cheese and butter because we made our own. My mother got creative that year, a couple years. We had a garden that we planted and harvested, and I love the garden. And we raised one cow for beef every year. And I tell you what, those of you that have farms, I applaud you because I don't know if I could do it again. That is some hard labor. You've got to be, you can't, even if you're sick, you don't get a sick day because those animals have priority. You can't forget about your animals. They depend on you to live. That is some hard labor work. I do not miss that at all. Now my garden, at least with a garden, you can let your garden go. You know what I mean? You can let your garden go for a day if you get really, really sick, but your animals, that's your family. You can't, even if you raise it as livestock for meat, you can't let that go. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. Discounted monthly price for anyone with EBT card on file. Yes, I signed up for that, but for some reason it didn't. I guess maybe because I was an existing customer, for some reason it did not give me the discounted price. I don't know why. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go away for a while, for about a month, and then come back, and see if I could get. Let's see if I can get the sale price on that. I think they were advertising for like $6.99 if you had EBT or SNAP. Stars. They had Stars $2.99 a month for a year. They had HBO Max for $2.99 a month for a year, but you had to pay for it all in one lump sum. No, Stars, I'm sorry, Stars, I got Stars for 99 cents. 99 cents a month for a year. I paid it in one lump sum. It was like $13 with tax. So I paid that. So I got Stars for a year that was the Black Friday sale. And I got HBO Max for $2.99 a month for a year. I locked in on that. So I'm good. And I've got Netflix. And I've got Paramount Plus for free because I am a Walmart Plus customer. And you get the Paramount Plus for free. I'll give that a try, Summer, and see if I can get them to see if they can give it to me. I didn't cancel my subscription. I just paused it. I put it on hold. And as of the 12th. There was a flat screen TV that I really, really wanted for my bedroom. I can't have a big one in the living room because I have an entertainment center in there and it can only hold up to a 40-inch TV. So because of my vision, I was going to get a 55-inch TV. It was 55 or 60-inch. I think it was a 55-inch. I was going to get it for my bedroom. And Walmart, before Christmas sales, and I wish I'd taken advantage of it because they are all gone now. They had their 55-inch smart TVs, brands I'd never heard of before, but they had one for $218 and another one for $238, and they are gone. I mean, they don't even have them advertised anymore, and I knew I should have taken advantage of it when I had the chance, because now they're double and up because of the Christmas season. But next time they go on sale, I'm grabbing one. I've got to grab one. I'm going to put it, because see, that's where I would put it. I'm going to move this. I'm going to get rid of that shelf. I'm going to move that over to that corner because that's going to be gone soon. And I'm going to mount the TV on the wall right there because if I have a 55 or 60-inch TV, I might be able to see it better. I sure as hell can't see that one. That one's going in the craft room. Yeah, I'm hoping. I used Prime for a few items I need. I don't even watch the shows. I like to watch it. I paid the extra $2.99 a month so I wouldn't have to have commercials. Oh, we're almost there. So I wouldn't have to have the commercials. And it's worth it. It's worth paying $2.99 a month without the commercials. I mean, it's not too much. It's not pricey to have that, to watch the movies and have the free music and everything, but it's just my budget. I'm having to rearrange, and because I was going to cancel my Max. Like I said, I got the Paramount for free. I was going to cancel the Max because I was getting Paramount and Max through through Amazon. And I was paying the subscriptions through Amazon. So I canceled the Paramount on Amazon because I was getting it for free. And I was like, I'm getting it for free with commercials through my Walmart, which I only pay $50 a year for that. That's with my EBT, so I get it half price. Plus, they have a Black Friday sale usually, and they'll every now and then they'll have the sale where if you'll do the Walmart Plus. And then the HBO Max, I had canceled it, and then they popped up with that $2.99 a month for a year. So I thought, well, I'll just get that off instead of going through Amazon, and I'll just get it for that price, which was $10 a month cheaper. So I went ahead and got that. And then when they popped up with the Stars, and Stars has no commercials. When they popped up with the Stars for 99 cents a month for a year, if you paid in a year subscription, I was like, yeah. I'm going to have to check. Yeah, I'm going to check the after Christmas sales. Thank you. I'm hoping, because I have a Sam's subscription too. I got a Sam's Club is in Chattanooga. It's 35 miles from my house, which is not bad. Because I'm on EBT, I get that for $25 a year. All right. Now we're going to go to the top of that first half double crochet. If I can find it. Oh, they're playing in my bathroom. I don't know what they're playing in my bathroom, but oh, there they go running. I got slip stitch, chain 2, and double crochet in that same stitch. All right, for those of you who are just coming in to the chat or coming into the live, we are making a cat beanie. Doing it with 2 colors. We have 4 different stitches going. We got 4 different stitches going on here. We've got half double, double, extended single, 2 rows of that, repeated to the 4th row, and then we're going to do front post, back post for the brim. And it's stretchy. It's great. What, baby? He's saying, Mama. I'm not kidding. He is saying, Mama. I'm in here, baby. Come here. I've lost my needle. There it is. Oh, those of you who are interested in getting any of the crochet hooks that I make, I will be, after the first of the year, they will all be going in my shop. So if you get them now, they are $5. When they go in my shop, they will be probably $7.99 because of all the fees and all that I have to pay through them. So, but if you order them through me, it's $5 flat shipping rate, $5 for each hook. I have from sizes 3 to size 6. I have included size 3 and size 6 and everything in between. So there's what, 7, I think 7 sizes. Let's see, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 7 sizes. Yes. Yes, Straight Talk Wireless. Okay. The $55 a month plan forever. Oh, it includes the Walmart Plus. Well, that's worth it. That's so worth it. If you're paying $55 a month for your wireless Straight Talk and you get the Walmart Plus with it, that's awesome. That's a great deal. I was with Metro PC for a while there, which is a subsidiary of T-Mobile. $40 a month, unlimited everything. $40 a month, flat out. I don't know if they offer anything else with it. And I would still, I'm not with them anymore. I would still be with them now if the Metro here in my town, the lady that runs it is a total witch with a bee. She is a hell on wheels. I just do not like her. I don't like talking to her. When it was time for me to upgrade my phone, she was just rude and hateful. So I went back in there again, and she was still rude and hateful. And I'm like, I don't see how they stay in business in my town. I mean, because $40 a month, unlimited everything, you can't beat that. It's crazy, right? And it was good service. It was really good service, but I didn't like her. And when it was time for me to, so Spectrum came up and said, you know what? If you get a phone through us, pay $8 a month for your phone. We will give you free cell phone service for a whole year. And then after that, it's only $38.99 a month. So guess what I did? I jumped on that bandwagon. I had free cell phone service for a year, and when it came time for my year to be up, $38.99. That's what I pay for unlimited everything. And I get 2 gigs of hotspot as well, which is great. Hotspot comes in handy when your Wi-Fi goes out at your house, because I can still use my hotspot and I can still watch my TV, because all the TVs are smart TVs. Or my tablet. I usually have my tablet sitting here when I'm working in the bed. I have my tablet sitting right here because I prefer to watch my shows and TV on my tablet because it's my eyes. Because I have it on a stand and I can pick it up and I can put it closer or far away. It's perfect for me. 1, 2, 3. We're almost done. 2.5 hours. And like I said, normally I can get all this done in 2 hours because I'm not talking when I'm doing this, and so I can whip right through it. And I usually don't have the cat distractions like I did. All right, so all we got to do is 2 more rows after this of the orange, and then we do the brim. Becky, are you still with us, or did you crash on me? Is anybody following along and doing the hat as well, or are you just here for entertainment? Wow, that's awesome. We lived on my daughter's hotspot cause she had unlimited through her dad's plan. That's her phone. He pays her cell phone bill. So he pays for unlimited hotspot because he's a truck driver. So he has to have that. It comes in really handy for him. So because she has that, I forget what happened. I think I got laid. It's when I got laid off. This was, oh gosh, it was over 10 years ago. One of the companies that I worked for laid everybody off, and they ended up going bankrupt. And then for about 6 months. So 3 months we had no Wi-Fi, and we just lived off of her hotspot. It was great. Y'all, I made my coffee 2.5 hours ago. It's cold. I'm still drinking it. I should have been done with it by now. What? Oh gosh, don't tell me that, Denise, because I have that too. I have the free phone as a backup. You got your identity stolen. How did you do that? How did that happen? Because I have one of those. I use it as my backup. I make 2 calls a month to keep it active. And I either do it to myself or to my daughter. But I keep it as an emergency backup just in case. Well, thank you for letting me know that you're watching me do it. We're almost done. Believe it or not. All right, time to switch. And this will be the last 2 rows of the orange. Oops. There you go. Chain 1, and we're going to do the extended double in the same, extended single in the same. There is an extended double. I don't work with it very often. All right, I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to tie off and detach. So you don't know how it happened and you lost it? That's sad. Bless your heart. Mine is called Air Talk. But I don't think that's the one that I used when I had it prior. That's how I ended up getting the number that I have now through my phone service. Through my cell phone service. I kept that number when I ported over. But like I said, I have the other one as an extra, as a backup for emergencies. Or a lifeline, yeah. But it was Air Talk is who I use. Check your benefits, yeah. Oh, so what I was saying about my hooks. So yeah, get them now while you can if you guys haven't seen my videos. Or hit me up. Email will be in the description box. It's young40mom@gmail.com. Hit me up and let me know if there's any that you want custom made of any particular character that I have. I do have some stitches in, like from Lilo and Stitch. I have actual Stitch, and then I have the pink girl. I don't know what her name is because I haven't seen the new movie. I don't know what the pink girl's name is. I guess it's his girlfriend. Yeah, I did. Mid conversation. I do that. I get distracted. You're going to lose your number. You can't port it over somewhere else. You know how you get used to your number and then you have to change, then you have to let everybody know, and then you have to contact all the businesses that are associated with your number. It's such a pain in the butt. Mine's an easy number. It's 310-2295, and it's so easy to remember. I love that number. I'm going to try to hang on to it as long as I can. I was very lucky that when I did have my my free lifeline, I was able to port it over, because for a while there I did lose my government benefits that I had because I was making too much money, which is fine because I was making really good money before all this happened with my eyesight. I ended up having a file disability. Oh, they're doing something in there, and I don't know what. Hey, what are you doing? Come here. Oh, copper. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, there he comes. See, I told you. You talk to him and he'll come to you. What are you doing? Were you being misbehaving? Were you getting in stuff? There he is. Were you getting in stuff? The inside kitties don't have collars. Oh. Oh no. You were in mid-conversation when your service cut off? He's a big old kitty. He's soft. He's so soft. Have y'all noticed if you have kitty cats that inside kitty cats are so much softer than outside kitty cats? It's got to be, because of the weather and the terrain and all the things that they do and their grooming. And he's so pretty. He's got gold eyes too. Or they're an amber color. All right. Or a topaz color. You can lay down. Now he's not shy, gets all in my business when he wants love, and he is not afraid to ask. They got your identity on the 17th and they cut you off on the 25th. Oh my word. So that was recent. Sorry guys, I have to stop stitching, so I'll give him attention, because if I don't, he'll be worse than Midnight was a while ago. And I can do this. And it doesn't hurt them. I just put a little pressure. They love it. It's so weird. They'll come back for more when I do that. They love it when I do this. Yeah, you do, don't you? Oh, yes, we like the pressure. We like it. Oh, now watch what happens when I stop. Oh, yep, see? Told you. Right in my face. You little shit. Right in my face. Okay, come on now. And do the ears. Oh, scrub your ears. Yeah. And scrub your ears. Pretty baby. He's a pretty baby. He's like, what is that thing on your neck? What have you got on your neck, Mommy? He likes to push up on my face, and he can't get to my face. No, but you can get my hand, don't you? Yeah, there you go. All right, you're going to have to get off me. Yep. Oh, there you go. Where'd my needle go? There you are. We're so close. We're so close to finishing. Oh, you're tell me you're going to leave me alone. What are you doing now? Don't eat that. That's mine. He's trying to chew on this. That would not be good. You're paying to keep your number each month? Oh. No, that's not for you. It's not a chew toy. No, go on. Go on. Go. Go on. No, I'm not loving on you. I'm trying to get you to move. You gonna settle down? No. No. Oh, really? With a funny short tail. It's thick at the end and sheds about it. He sheds bad. I keep him brushed. You got to hear the purring. I keep him brushed, and he's the only one that I really brush, and he shed. No. Uh-oh. See, he's going to start taking off. He's going to take off. You hear somebody. Yep. You heard it, didn't you? You going to go? Please go. Go on. Go on. Good baby. All right. The 3 hour ad. I know, right? Ugh. With all the distractions. Like I said, normally I can whip one of these suckers out in 2 hours. But yeah. Sometimes less than that, depending on the distractions. Oh, come on now. We're not having that. Of course, it wants to be difficult towards the end. Yeah, I'll do a tutorial, a shorter version of this, if you guys are interested. But like I said, I like the way it's showing up as seamless. Where's it at? Where are you? Oh, we're almost done with that round. Nope, there it is. Where are you? Right there. There it is. Yeah. So I like the way that. Now, if I'm not on camera, you would not see this little blip. The only reason why you're seeing it is because I keep getting distracted by my fur babies. And y'all know Bramsy'd be all in my business if he was awake. But he is definitely a day doggy. He'll nap a lot during the day, but at night, he's out. He's out for a good 8 to 10 hours. Except every now and then he'll get his wild hair up his butt. He'll do his little scream. I'm not kidding. Not a bark, not a howl, a scream, and it's very high pitched. Sometimes at 4:30 in the morning to take him outside to go potty. That's usually because I have forgotten to take him out before he went to bed, or he'll go get in his house, and I have to literally get him out of his house. I have to tilt it, or he won't come out because he buries himself underneath his blankets. He's got like 5 blankets in there. He buries himself under there, and I have to move his house to get him to come out and make him go potty, because if not, I'll get one of those 4:30 in the morning howls to take him out potty. And we're not having that. Especially now that winter is upon us. Forget that. It is too dang cold. That did not stitch right. It didn't feel right. Look. It's back. I'm going to ignore her and see what happens. Now, what's funny is, like I told you guys, I'll have my tablet. I have it on a small easel. I have my cat pillow that I lay right here, and I put my tablet on top of that. And Midnight will come. She'll come up and push her face up against the easel to get my attention. Midnight will come and lay across my legs. Ellie will lay across my feet, but Midnight will lay across my lap and my legs like she's fixing it. She's not going to lay down, though. But, oh, no. She thinks if she comes on this side, she's going to get some loving. He'll lay across that pillow behind my easel. And let me tell you something. In the summertime, that is not fun. I don't mind it so much in the winter because they keep me warm. But in the summertime, I get so hot. And all that extra weight. Did it go? No. There we go. Yeah, we're not having that half double. We're not having that half double nonsense. All right. Come on now. Work with me. If you angle it just right, it's easy. It'll flow. You have to turn your work just right to get that slip stitch through there. Oh, come on. Work with me here. There you go. I didn't say it was the easiest of stitches, but it and then when your yarn splits, that doesn't help either. Is there something attached? No. Nope, it's my vision. I'm seeing things. I find if I let my finger away from the hook, it makes it a lot easier to do that slip stitch. All right, is that the last leg? Yes. All right, we're going to slip stitch in the top of that first, ignoring that chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, and extended double in the same stitch, which is not easy. Ugh, that first stitch. So do you guys seriously? Oh, that's what I just heard. Do you see it? She's decided to bunker down. I've got blankets up there. She's going to bunker down for the night. Sometimes there's 2 of them up there. Sometimes usually it's her and Midnight. And then the box over there by the door. Another one will get there. If not, they're all in bed with me. In various spots of the bed. But only when I go to sleep. When I'm ready to slump her down and I'm ready to go to sleep, that's when they all show up on the bed. Come on. Oh, shit. When it splits, that's what it's a pain in the butt. There we go. Usually this yarn doesn't split very, very often. It flows really well. I like it. Like I said, for a value yarn, it's a softer value yarn. And then when you wash it, oh my gosh, it's like butter. It's so nice. That's the way Big Twist is. Have you guys ever worked with Big Twist? Did you like it? I never got any of their chenille when they came out with the chenille or the blanket yarns. I never tried any of those. When I got it, when I first started doing the Big Twist, like I said, it was when they first came out. It was very affordable, especially when they had the sales. Oh my gosh, you could get it like dirt cheap, under $2 for a skinny yarn, which was great. That's when I would go and stock up. And it's not even in my town, or it wasn't. The Joann's that I had to go to was in Chattanooga, which is, like I said, just about 35 miles away from me. But I'd go. It's downtown near the main mall. Not downtown. It wasn't downtown Chattanooga. It's on the outskirts near the main mall. All right. Come on, we're almost done here. Oh, you split on me, you little shit. There we go. Don't do it. There we go. It's very frustrating. Come on, we're so close. We're so close. I'm up and undoing yarn barf for your son. Hi, Doris. So you do like the Big Twist? How are you? Are you just joining us, or have you been listening? You're undoing yarn barf for your son. Oh, does he crochet? I've been on for 3 hours. I'm not normally on for 3 hours. Denise said something funny and called it the 3-hour hat. Like I said, normally it takes me 2 hours to get through this, but we're on the last leg of the orange, and then we're going to switch and start doing the brim, and then we will be done. The $5 yarn from Dollar Tree, haven't tried that. If I'm not mistaken, the Dollar Tree yarn is Premier, right? Premier's a good brand. Not many colors. I've only seen the smaller skeins. I don't think I've seen the bigger skeins in mine yet. I haven't really looked, but I'm going to go check it out and see what they've got. And he's working on a blanket. Oh, that's awesome. I tried to teach Matson how to do it as when she was younger. She got as far as doing, she picked this red, white, and blue yarn. I let her pick out whatever color she wanted. She picked out this red, white, and blue with the short variegations on it. To me, I don't think it's pretty. I don't like it. I flat out think it's ugly. But oh well, thank you. I was trying to get festive with the little Christmassy on it. Appreciate it. Um, but I don't. I tried to teach her, and she did the chain, and then I think she started doing the single crochet, and we were trying to make something with her chain. I was showing her all kinds of things that she could do with it and she could create with it, and she lost interest. Same thing with needlepoint and cross stitch. She did make a little kitty cat cross stitch once, and I still have it. I hung on to it for dear life. She's more into drawing, which is why she's into the going into the field that she's studying in college. She is going to be a she is going into, oh, it keeps splitting. She's going into architectural design, wait a minute, architectural and interior design. That's what she's going into. So pretty much she can design a building and then do the interior decorating of it. I'm sure she'll probably end up in one or the other. She's going to, but yeah, with the crafting thing, she tried it. She did the, not the silly bands, the rainbow loom. She got into the rainbow loom. Oh, and then she got into what's called candy, which is beadwork with the really big pony beads. She got into that and was making cuffs, and then she was into perler beads for a while there, where you put it on the pegboard, the design through the pixel art, and then you melt it, and she's got those all over her wall. In fact, I'll show you guys that one day. Let me make sure I've got this right. All right, I think that's the last, that is the last stitch. So now we're going to switch to the white. All right, let me find the white. Where are you? There it is. Nope. Nope. That's my tail. I do not need to be working with my tail. All right. Where'd you go? Oh, fell back this way. All right. I'm going to pull that a little bit. All right. I'm going to chain 2. And then I'm going to half double crochet in that same stitch. And we are now fixing to work on the brim. And I'm going to do half double crochets all the way around. This part will go really fast. Let me get a few stitches in, and then I'm going to cut and tie. All right. Where did the scissors go? The cat was playing around with stuff, and now I've lost my scissors. There's my there they are. All right. All right, we are officially done with the orange. Yay! I'll put that over here. Now, it should be 7 inches, so let's get and measure it. I never did find that paper clip. I hope I find it, because I don't want my butt to find it, because my butt's going to end up finding it. All right, it should be 7 inches. Right at 7 inches. Yeah, we're good. Right at 7 inches. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Where's my dang needle? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we got 4 of the repeat rows. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do the brim. Right? I never would have thought of it. We are making a cat beanie And it has 4 different stitches. We have the half double, the double, the extended single on repeat, and then front post, back post for the brim. And it will fit just about any size. It's one size fits most. It's very stretchy. It's forgiving. And then we started out with 63 chains, and we're working in the round so that you don't have a seam. And most people that make the cat beanies, they'll do a rectangle, they'll stitch up the side, and then they stitch up the top. I work mine in the round so that it's harder to detect the seam, the starting seam. All right, half double crochet all the way around. Let's see if I can whip through this real quick without my yarn splitting. Oh, where are you? Like I said, I have to feel where the stitch is in the back. All right. Ooh. We get through this. We've only got 3 more rows to go, and then we're done. So yeah, so let me know, guys, if you've made it this far. Oh my goodness, and those of you who stuck with me all night long, let me know if you would like to see a shorter version of this in a tutorial. I'm pretty sure not everybody's going to watch a 3-hour video on how to make a beanie cap, because like I said, you know, it's in real time. We are making this in real time. There's no skipping forward. We're just, and lots of kitty loving in between. And it's funny, I was going to say I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but actually at 11 o'clock, my phone automatically switches over to Do Not Disturb. So I haven't gotten any phone calls, which is really surprising. But we're working in the round instead of the rectangle. I prefer this method when it comes to the beanie cat because I think it looks nicer. It looks neater. All right, Miss Doris, you got it. I will definitely do that. I don't know how to write patterns. I can make cross stitch patterns, but I've never done a crochet pattern. But I can definitely do a tutorial on it. Because, like I said, I'd hate for someone to have to sit 3 hours through this to make it. I mean, you could, like I said, you could pause it, you could fast forward through it and get the gist of it. But it's a 4-row repeat. And then the brim. But yeah, if you guys are not familiar with the way the cat beanie works, once you put it on your head, it forms little cat ears up at the top. And I call it a beanie because I don't do the cap where you roll up the brim. I do an automatic brim. Okay, now we're going to start. This is the last leg of the last stitch. So we're going to come over here and we're going to slip stitch in the top of that, skip the chain 2, slip stitch into the top of that first half double crochet. You're going to chain 2, and then we're going to double crochet, front post, back post, repeat. So we're not going to do this post right here because that's where our chain is. Oh, I'm sorry. We are going to do that. What am I saying? We are going to do that one. So you've got your chain 2 over the top of your half double crochet. So I'm going to do, make sure I've got that one stitch. I'm going to do front post. So if you're not familiar, you go behind and in front, pull the yarn through, and then you double crochet like normal. The next one, you're going to go behind. Go behind, or behind, and then double crochet. And so then we do the front, You do that around each post, each stitch post. So that's front post, then back post, double crochet, front post, back post, and repeat all the way around. Back post. And usually I have something playing in the background. I usually have some kind of show. I mean, you guys can hear the ambiance music that I've got playing, but normally I would have a movie or a show playing in front of me while I'm doing this. It's wanting to split. And if you lose track of whether you're on the front post or the back post, once you get this down, you're just going to repeat over again to make the brim. You can see it. Front, back, front, back. I just did a front. I'm going to do a back. No. Oh, y'all, I cannot believe this year. It's been very stressful. This has got to be one of the most stressful years I've ever had in my entire life. But I made it through to the other side. I gave up hope once. But I held on to my faith. I held on to hope. I held on to my blessings, and I made it through. I was given all the tools in my life that I was supposed to have, and I made it through. Do you guys ever feel like that? Just feel so blessed. It was rough, but I feel blessed. We made it. We made it through the year, guys. I didn't have to give up my home. I didn't have to give up my car. My daughter got all of her scholarships. So she only had to pay a couple $1,000s. That's it. And it's $35,000 a year. Her scholarship was like $33,000, I think, with all of her scholarships and her grants because of her grades. We made it, Doris. We made it through. Whew. Yeah, it was rough. Here's hoping that next year is going to be a better one. Let's hope that our government gets their shit together. I'm so mad. Let me take that back. I'm not mad. I am frustrated. Before they take away our health care and don't fund it anymore, they should have had something else in place that was promised to us 6 years ago to begin with. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't imagine what you must have been going through. I was very fortunate that nothing seriously bad was going on with my loved ones. It was all me. But I had my small family and my friends they all offered, and I'm too damn independent. I got to do it all for myself. But I did ask for help when I felt like I couldn't do it myself. Absolutely. And now of course, it's all me now. It's okay. I keep myself busy. You guys is what's helping keep me busy. Having my friendships with y'all keeps me sane. I have to get out of the house every now and then. So like I went out yesterday, and then I went out today. And I get all these ideas. You know, we as crafters, I don't know if you guys have the same experience, but we as crafters, I've constantly got these ideas running through my head. Constantly. I got little notes everywhere. I broke down and finally bought myself a book. I'm going to try to keep up with the book, just the one book. I need to take all my little tiny notes and put it in the one book instead of rewriting them, since writing is an issue for me. I have to write really big and I have to use a black Sharpie. Since writing is an issue for me due to the vision issues, I may just take the stickies and just glue them or tape them in the book. And then that way I've got them all in one place, you know? All right, we are finishing up with a front post. We started with a front post. Now, because we have that chain 2, that's going to represent our back post. So it's all going to be uniform. So what you're going to do is you're going to slip stitch into the top of that front post that we did. So you slip stitch into the top, and then it all comes together. Chain 2, and then repeat. Front post, that same front post and back post. So you're going to do 3 rows. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. You're going to do 3 rows of the front post, back post. So that's 2. So you're going to do 3 rows, and this is what it's going to look like when you're done. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move this to the side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn it inside out. And then because you had a really long tail, you're going to whip stitch into, like I said, you remember when we did the chain, we left that other chain in. So you're going to whip stitch. You're going to start in the corner on the side, and you're going to whip stitch each stitch of the chain loop that was left on top. And you're going to whip it all the way across. And you want to make sure that you don't have an open hole on this end. So what you'll do after you whip stitch it to the end, you're going to whip stitch a couple more stitches to your left and then back to your right, or the opposite if you're left-handed, and then hide your tails. And how I hide my tails is I'll go all the way down for about an inch and a half one way, and then I'll drop down a row and do an inch and a half back the other way, or I'll come across depending on how tight the stitches are, and then I'll skip over a loop, and then I'll stitch back the other way and snip it off, and it locks it into place perfectly. And then turn it inside out. And you have your cat beanie with a continuous round. So I think it looks smooth. I like the way that looks. It's better than having to stitch it up with a seam. So you have no seam. That's the only thing you have to stitch is the top. That is your cat beanie. When you put it on your head, this comes down and you have your little ears. I guess there will be a tutorial to follow. Thank you guys so much for staying with me for this 3 hours and 20 minutes. It's the longest live I've ever done. I don't think anybody's going to end up watching this whole damn thing. If they do, they're crazy. I'm just saying. Hopefully they'll be smart enough to skip through it. You guys are crazy for staying up with me. I love you. Thank you so much. I'm going to try to be consistent if you guys are really interested in me doing these lives. I would love some feedback. Please please give me some feedback. Email me or send me a postcard. I've got my P.O. box now. Send me a postcard and tell me what you think and what you'd like to see. Let me know. I would love some feedback. Oh, I love you too. Thank you. Goodbye. Good night. Oh, it's great. Great. Yeah. Feedback. Yeah. And when this is over, leave a comment, email, send me a postcard, send me a letter. I mean, that'd be great. I'd never get snail mail. Love snail mail. But yeah, everything's going to be in the description box. So if you want to contact me, please do that. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you think. I would love to have your opinion. Tell me what you think about the lives. And oh, thank you. Thank you for the like. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Good night. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed weekend. And if you want to see more of these, let me know and I will do more. I'll do more. Bye. Peace out. Keep it real.